Welcome to Read Me Next, a book club but make it a podcast.
where we have lots of feelings and no qualifications. What are we talking about this week, Pili?
We're talking about Legacy of God series by Rina Kent, books 1 and 2.
All right, welcome to 2026.
Yeah, so this is the first episode of 2026.
Yeah, I have to say I'm very proud of us.
Yeah.
It was a spur of the moment type of thing to be like, oh, let's start a podcast.
Yeah.
And look at us.
Look at us.
We've been since September. I can't believe we did it.
Yeah, we'll see what 2026 brings. All right, so one thing we wanted to mention is that we have our book club pick for January. It's The Wedding People by...
Listen, S-Patch.
Okay, yeah, so we're going to be doing that episode at the end of January.
Yep, we'll talk about it in the last episode of the month. Have fun.
I know, I'm so excited. It's our first book club pick. Hopefully it's a good one. It won on Goodreads for the best fiction of 2025. So I'm excited. You know, we were starting off hot.
Yep, we're starting off hot, and we're excited to do so with all of you.
Yes, please. So follow along, read it. Let us know your thoughts.
Okay, so we do have an account on the Fable app,
Yes.
right? So we are going to be doing this book for the book club on that app.
Yeah, so we're going to put updates in there and read along and comment so we can talk about it.
So Pili was telling me that on the Fable app, you can kind of like go through the chapters. So whatever thoughts you have through the chapters, if you want to go ahead and comment, that's going to be so exciting. It's going to be so fun.
Yeah.
I like that.
In true book club nature.
Excited.
But yeah, so this is a dark romance series by Rina Kent.
And a college romance. I had no idea it was a college romance.
Me neither.
Interesting. What are your thoughts on that? Can we pick your brain a little now or no?
Of course, yes. But I will say, read the trigger warnings for these books.
Yeah.
It is dark romance. It's pretty dark. I think it is the darkest we've read so far.
Yeah, for the podcast for sure.
Yeah. I don't know about college. It's better than high school.
Oh,
100%.
Not Punk 57 coming back.
Literally, for another time.
100% though, I agree.
But I wish they were older.
Okay, so I agree. I have read, several of the mafia mob books. And they've always been like the boss, the leaders of, the mafia or whatever.
Yeah.
And I think it was so funny, like that they're basically like kids in this, like training to become the mafia leaders that they should be. I think I like the other side better.
You like it when they're already in the mob, in the mafia.
Yeah, I like it when they're already big and bad.
I do understand the concept of them being in college because like it makes sense for the friend group and like the setting of the books.
Yeah.
That they are in college and like the rivalry between the universities and everything like that. So I understand why they're in college.
Yeah.
But I think I would have liked them to be older.
Same. I do have to say the family tree of this book is insane. Still to this day, after these two books, I'm still trying to like connect it. Who is what?
Agreed.
Because not everybody's part of the mob, but some people are. But I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I love me a mafia book.
Yeah.
So these are, I don't know, I guess we'll see when we continue, but it's the Russian mafia. It's the Bratva.
It's the Bratva.
Do you think we're going to get any Italians in here?
I don't know.
Is Nikolai Italian?
No.
No, right?
He's Russian.
He's Russian.
Yeah. So these books are on Kindle Unlimited. It's 6 books, and according to Google, it is a finished series. Which I'm intrigued because I want to talk about like the future books in the series, and I feel like there's too many characters for the amount of books we have.
No, I agree completely on the amount of freaking people that are in this book, but there is the whole Rina Kent universe, right? So as I was reading these books, there was a lot of names that I was like, I know these people, like the Volkovs. I was like, no, I've read a book about the Volkovs, and then as I continue reading, I was like, who are these people? So I thought it was cool because I've read some of the parents of these books, but I know like my feelings on these books versus their parents' books, like I like that better. I think I prefer that than this, but these books were still pretty good.
Yeah, no, I saw that these characters intertwine with some of the other Rina Kent.
Okay, Pili, so I listened to the audiobook for book 2, which was The God of Pain.
Yeah.
Book 2, not my favorite. It wasn't even like good at all, in my opinion.
Yeah, and I don't know what it was.
The man.
Oh, but you see, I did like the man.
You liked the man?
Ish.
I don't know. I don't think I liked either of them, to be honest.
What do you would say? Little purple. I like that.
The audio definitely had some good moments, but overall, I don't think it was good. It's the same man doing all the men's voices.
Yes.
Right? The way he did different people didn't do it for me.
No.
I think that like it was just not it. And sometimes I felt like he was far away. Like the woman's voice, I could hear like clearly, like we're talking like this, but I feel like the man at some points, like he was away from the mic, like I couldn't hear him as much. So yeah, those are our thoughts on the audiobook.
Yeah.
But Pili, you have something to say about the audible for book 3.
Yes. Okay. So I was intrigued. I was like, you know what? Teddy Hamilton is all the rage on TikTok. Let me see what books he narrates. And 2 of them are the ones in this series. He narrates 2 books.
He narrates 2 of them? Oh, that's so exciting.
So one of them is God of Wrath, which is the book 3.
Book
so
3.
we'll be listening to him.
Love.
And then another one.
Ooh, love that. I think that just makes it even more exciting.
I know. I really want to listen to Teddy Hamilton. So my hypothesis is that hypothesis. What the fuck? My hypothesis is that book's 3 about the American men.
Yeah, it has to
because
be.
Teddy's American.
It has to be.
So I'm excited.
Yeah, me too.
All right, but we can talk about the next books and our theories for that.
Yeah.
Our hypothesis.
For sure. Okay, so let's get into book 1.
Yes.
So book 1 is God of Malice.
Yeah.
The tropes for this one are
enemies to lovers.
Or
he falls first. Definitely psychotic.
He was psychotic.
Yeah.
This was like a real, how do the people say nowadays, the young people? A real hard launch, this book.
Yeah, hard launch to dark romance. Yeah.
It was cool, though. I enjoyed this book. So it follows Killian Carson and Glendon King.
So to set the scene for all of these books, they are in like the southern island in the UK. And basically the only thing that they have there are 2 college campuses. One being REU.
The American campus.
No, that's the English campus.
You're right.
REU being the British campus, and supposedly it's from old money jazz families in England. And then the King's University, which is the American side, the American students, and they are like all mafia money. They're badasses, psychopaths, all this crazy shit going on over there. So it's these 2 campuses and they kind of rival each other. And that's how like we get our main groups of characters in these books.
We have some from one campus, some from the other, basically.
Yeah. So Glendon is from REU. She's this British girl. She's an art major or something. Then Killian, he goes to the King's University and he's studying to be a doctor.
Yes, he's a med student, which I thought was so interesting too.
Well, I mean, it fits.
Yeah, it fits really well.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And so it's like the story of how they meet and what happens between them.
That's pretty much it, right? Without going into detail?
Yeah. All right. So what'd you rate it?
I rated it a 4.
Okay.
Yeah. What'd you rate it?
I was like almost a 4.
Yeah. Like, I think it was there. The thing about these mafia books that I like is that there's the romance, right? But there's also like a story happening and excitement and action. And I feel like we kind of feel similarly to like fantasy.
Yeah.
With that. Like there's romance, but there's like a plot happening. There's like excitement, like what's going to happen next and that kind of stuff. So I really like the mafia books because of that. Because there was always something happening in both of the books.
There were things happening. There's a lot of action.
And then what was your spice-o-meter?
Mine was like almost a 4 too.
Same. Mine was a 4 also.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Mine was like almost getting to 4s.
So you overall enjoyed it though?
Yeah, I did enjoy it. I was like, at the beginning, I'm like, I'm a little nervous about this.
Oh yeah, the beginning was
a little intense, to be honest.
But just getting into the spoilers at this point. So the beginning of book 1 was a real hard launch.
Yeah, so she's on this cliff because one of her really good friends died there like a couple weeks back. And he's there. Did she fall or did he push her?
She tripped.
And he grabbed her.
Yeah, she tripped and he saved her.
Yeah.
And he took that as like, now you owe me.
Now you owe me. And so he assaulted her.
He assaulted her.
And that was chapter 2.
Yeah. And she enjoyed it, apparently.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, okay. So this is dark romance.
This is dark romance. You can see like right off the bat, he's a real psychopath.
100%. Yep.
You know, and he stuck to that through and through the entire book.
He did. Yeah.
But I liked it. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. There were a lot of funny moments in the book.
Yeah. I think they had good chemistry, them two. Like the banter, I felt like was good between them.
Really?
Yeah. I thought Glendon was funny.
I think that's interesting. I don't know. I wouldn't say that they weren't funny. I wasn't sure about like the whole like the banter in this book.
Okay, maybe I shouldn't say banter. It wasn't like our tried and true banter that they go back and forth and we laugh, haha. It was kind of like
she was giving it back.
Yeah, quick
like comebacks.
Yeah, exactly. Her comebacks were good. That's a better way to put it.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And I feel like some of the characters in these books, like the side characters, were hit or miss for me.
Yeah, you did mention that. You were like, I hope one of these don't get a book.
Bro, Remington? Rina Kent, what the fuck are you doing?
I kind of like Remy.
No, he's the goddamn worst.
I feel like his personality is just like he's trying to be a dick. Like he's trying to be like so annoying. Or you think that's just his personality?
No, I think he is annoying. Speaking in third person is crazy.
Yeah, my lord. What
my lordship. I hate that. No, the entire in book 2 too. I was like, oh my god, this guy's the worst.
No, I think he's funny.
And okay, that's really interesting because you know how it's always like a known thing that like American humor is way different than like English humor. And I'm like, maybe that's why I'm like not finding these like super funny and like why I don't find Remy funny at all.
No, I feel that. I think also the audiobook really like fucked him up. I think the audiobook was so annoying for Remy. I feel like it was just worse.
Even the text, I didn't like it. My spawn is the worst. I didn't like it.
You know, like I feel like I could just see him going around like some guy being like, my spawn. Like, like that's his guy. I don't know. I feel like it was kind of funny.
Maybe. I don't know. I didn't really like him.
Yeah, no, I did not like the audio of him though. No, I hated that.
No. But yeah, there were some good parts in this book.
Mm-hmm.
So one thing that I was just like, what? And I texted you about it. It was when Glyndon was at the initiation. He catches her and they're walking back to the mansion. And then all of a sudden, we get Glyndon's POV and she's like, this tall blonde woman goes up to Killian and starts making out with him. I said, what?
What?
Who is this?
Same. I felt like the burning in your chest or whatever. I was like, She must have been pissed, and she was pissed. But
yeah. And she's like, well, I'm just going to leave you guys to it.
Yeah. Glyndon, I have to say, was always like a head held high. Like, she would feel like absolute shit, but like, I'm walking away and then I'll cry later.
Yeah.
I like that about her.
Yeah. And then there was also another part where Killian took her phone and he posted on Instagram off limits.
Ooh.
I loved that.
No, I like the Instagram back and forth between them. When she like held the dude's hand at the end, I was like, yeah.
That made me laugh. I wrote that down too in the epilogue, and he's like, I'm still searching for that motherfucker's hand.
He's still searching. And then she's like, it's a good thing he always wears gloves. It's like, I love that. That's so good.
I wrote down also Landon, he texted her, and he goes, don't show your face near that fucker or I'll kill him. And I was like,
ooh. No, this book, I like the tension in this book.
Yeah.
Not even only between them, but like with the entire book was very tension filled.
I think that's like the dark romance of it.
Yeah, for sure.
It's intense.
I like throughout the book how we didn't know who the fuck was texting her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, so in the beginning I was like, this is Killian, of course. Right. But then it wasn't, and I was like, who the fuck is this? I should have seen it coming that it was Devlin.
Really?
Yeah, I should. I felt like I should have seen it coming. No. I didn't, obviously.
Who would have thought? I didn't think it would have been him. That was like the plot twist in the book.
Yeah, that he was still fucking alive. Also,
and fucking with them.
Alive, fucking with them. And also that I think it was so annoying that like she was super naive over this Devlin character. I was going to say, it was weird that she only knew him for a couple of months and felt that strongly for him, which I get, whatever, but I didn't love that. But then we found out that she was in the car with him and saw it happen. So I was like, okay, well, we could have started with that in the beginning because what the fuck?
Yeah, it's traumatizing.
Yeah, that is traumatizing. It's not just your friend that you knew for 2 months.
And he just like kind of wanted to kill her.
Yeah, he was so, I hate this Devlin man.
Yeah, he was the worst.
He was so bad. And thank you, Grandpa, you should have slapped her in the face before this because you should have told her. But he was such a dickhead. The last words that he said to her, I was like, geez.
No, but I was happy that, he got what he deserved.
Mm-hmm. And it was nice that Killian didn't actually kill him. The plan was very like merciless.
Yeah.
And it was like, no, I'm gonna wait for him to get better and like get to him every single time. I'm like, oh yeah, I love that.
That was sweet of him because, he doesn't have any emotions. What?
That was sweet of him.
Yeah, that's so funny. He was totally psychotic. No, but it was sweet of him because in that moment he said, I put myself in your shoes and I knew that you would be very upset if I killed him because of you.
Exactly.
So that was sweet.
Yeah, I think he got like way better like throughout the book. There was a lot of character growth for Killian.
So during that part, I liked it because Gareth was like watching the cameras and he, at one point, they had like earpieces in and he was like, kill behind you. And then he killed the guy. And I was like, oh my God. That's so intense. I could totally imagine that.
There were some really good parts.
Especially between like Gareth being the one to do that because him and Killian always like chocaron.
Okay, so that's another thing I was about to say. I'm confused on who to like in this book. Like, in both of them, actually, because number one was Gareth.
Yeah.
Like, he did that whole thing with Glyndon and about to kiss her.
Uh-huh.
I was like, what the fuck?
I don't know. I think he was just trying to instigate Killian.
Yeah, but why?
Well, because Killian was a fucking psycho.
Why instigate with the psycho?
I feel like, I don't know. I understand that dynamic between brothers.
I guess.
Like, just being, all of them being, like, dark and insane.
Psychotic?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I get that.
I guess. I don't know, but I'm still confused on who to like.
But
no matter what, I'm confused.
In the end, Gareth saved him.
Yeah.
So that was cute.
Yeah, it was nice. And then they still had that heart-to-heart moment with all of them. That was nice. I didn't expect that to happen. I did not expect his dad to apologize. The entire time that whole apology was happening, I thought he was going to like backtrack or like give us his thoughts and say like some bullshit, like I'm just faking this for my wife or something.
He apologized, and I thought it was interesting because in this book and in the next book, we get chapters from the parents.
Yeah, I know. We got that first chapter. I looked at the chapter and I stared at it. I was like, Astrid.
Not ringing a bell.
Not ringing a bell, but then it rang.
It was a mom.
Yep.
I also thought it was nice when he quit smoking for her.
Mm-hmm.
That was cute.
Like, you told me you would quit smoking if I kept your hands and mouth occupied or something.
Yeah. Okay, but there were some funny parts. There was one part where she is like, it's during the initiation, and she's like, isn't that where all the cool kids go? And he's like, nice try, but no, this obviously isn't your scene. And she's like, because I'm a girl. And he's like, and a nerd and a scaredy cat and an introvert. You name it. I was like, me.
Literally. No, there was also the part, I don't know if it was that, but she won at something and she's like, I can't hear you because of the fireworks in my head. That was really funny.
And he like chuckled.
Yeah.
Like he had some emotions.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like those are the things that I thought was funny about Glendon. Like she was good at that. Like what you said, the comebacks, which was enjoyable.
It was the comeback.
Mm-hmm. So I know we already touched on this. Cherry being Devlin's sister. That was weird.
Yeah.
Crackhead.
They should have known better. And yeah, I understand what you're saying because like Gareth brought her in.
You see? Poor Gareth though. I think it's one of those like everybody wants to get to your brother.
Maybe.
You know?
Yeah. There was when they were playing Uno on the plane.
Oh my God. Yeah.
And so like Gareth was like trying to instigate him. And then there's one part where he's like, I'll kill you. He melts.
I love the possessive, obsessive man.
Literally obsessive possessive when Glendon's talking to Stuart.
Stuart.
Yeah, like just her friend at the fountain. And he's like, Stuart. Of course his name is Stuart. And he's like, hi, I'm killing Carson, Glendon's boyfriend. And you are? And she's like, you're not mine. Don't fucking finish that sentence.
I love that. See, like, I think that is what gave book one, like, a little bit of a one up for me than book two.
Yeah?
Because, like, that type of little jealousy throughout it was great. It's my type of thing in these books. So, like, I love that. I love that he proposed.
Oh, that was cute.
In the epilogue, I was like, oh, that was so cute, so beautiful. I loved it.
No, but he was literally delusional. He was insane.
Yeah.
The part where Landon like is basically about to kidnap him, there's a car, and so he goes, a car or something bigger, a truck is speeding straight in my direction. I don't attempt to avoid because I'd crash into other cars. I don't try to lessen the blow. I even step on the gas. What?
Yeah, what? It's crazy.
Crazy.
I also thought that was absolutely insane.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
And then he's like, you want crazy? I'll give you fucking crazy.
Oh, I love that line. You want crazy? I'll give you fucking crazy. Yes,
Literally,
psychopath. Go off, king.
Such a psychopath. Love it. It's so good.
So the whole reason Devlin was even a thing was because he was trying to get to Glendon to get to Landon.
Yeah, so my thing is, I still don't understand. We know the elites. We know the heathens. What the fuck is up with the serpents?
Yeah, we don't know the serpents.
We don't know the serpents. Are we ever going to know the serpents?
I'm assuming in the last couple books or something.
But my thing is, in the last couple books, but like we don't know any members of the serpents.
Other than Devlin?
Yeah, but he's long gone. He's not coming back.
He's not coming back.
I'm like, why was this introduced? Interesting. I don't know.
No, there has to be something.
You think so?
Yeah. They wouldn't introduce it, I don't think, right?
I know. It makes sense, but I'm like, what? Like, who the fuck are the next books about then?
Interesting.
We already got too many characters within these two groups. We're going to add a third group?
Literally so many characters.
It's crazy.
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 So we know that Killian is in the Bratva. His family's Bratva. But the kings are not mob or mafia, right?
No, they're old money.
They're just old money.
Yep.
Glendon. Oh, the mom was the painter and the dad was what?
I don't know.
No.
He was rich.
Yeah, so they're just rich. So what, they're rich and mean?
Yeah. In one of the books, they say, like, yeah, why the fuck? Like, the elites are always trying to instigate us, even though they know that we're fucking Bratva.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, just because they're fucking instigators, they're rich kids who think, like, they can fuck with us.
Rich and posh.
Rich and posh.
All right. Cool. That's what I wanted to ask because I was like, why do they think they're so big and bad against like the literal fucking Bratva?
Yeah, no, I don't know.
So let's go into book two. Book two is God of Pain.
Yeah, tropes are grumpy sunshine, enemies to lovers, forced proximity.
Love that. Cool.
So book two follows Annika, and she is part of like the King's U. She's an American girl who goes to the university, but she actually goes to REU. So she's roommates with all the girls in REU, all the British girls. And then Creighton King, who is the cousin of Glendon, and he is part of REU too. So he's this British boy.
Yeah. So it's interesting because she is the mafia princess, not the other way around. What'd you rate this book?
I like this one a little bit better.
Cool. Interesting.
So I'm rating this one a 4.
Okay, I also rated it a 4.
And then the Spice-O-Meter, I also rated it a 4.
Same.
Yeah.
So it's funny because I rated both books the same, but I still liked one over the other.
Which one did you like more?
I think the first one.
Oh, I like this one a little bit more.
I will say, I think I liked both of them for different things.
Okay.
So before we continue into the spoilers, because I want to compare mine and tell you what's what. Who's your book boyfriend of this week?
I like Creighton.
You like Creighton. That's so funny. I think I like Killian.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I liked book two's action. Like it had more of a
Jam-packed, man.
Yeah, like, it was more of a one thing after the next after the next. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's definitely my thing. In
Yeah.
book 1, you know, not that it lacked because it definitely had some action in it, but it was less.
No, book 2 I definitely felt was way more action-filled.
But like I was saying before, the tension and all that in book 1, like, really grasped me a little better than it did in book 2. Book 2, there was this one part where Creighton literally was like, "Shut the fuck up." I was like, "Okay, I know you're big and bad, but this is a real conversation. Don't tell her shut the fuck up." Like,
you're too funny.
I was like,
so you're gonna go for Killian who assaulted her?
yes.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Whatever you think. I think Creighton did not talk to anybody. He barely talked to her. But I mean, I like that. He was very reserved. And then I feel like she did kind of bring him out of his shell a little bit. I like that, you know, he went to the shelter and he volunteered because of her. He played, like, he didn't like going on these dates, but he would do it for her. The end of book 2, when he's like, oh my gosh, I was like getting like emotional on that. Like,
I was too.
When she's like, she's gonna kill herself. And he's like, if you kill yourself, I'm going with you. Like, I'm not staying here. I was like, oh my gosh.
Literally. Like, it was definitely grumpy sunshine in a way, but I felt like he was so grumpy to her too. Like, he was barely not grumpy for her.
I don't know.
You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, I liked him better than Killian.
Yeah, okay.
Killian was a little too psychotic for me.
Yeah, a little too psychotic? That's okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think Creighton was a little too mean for me.
The obsessive possessiveness of both of these men was insane.
Love.
Yeah, no, and like them going to like their fathers being like, she's mine.
You literally love that.
Yeah.
That was the best.
Anyways, you were saying.
That was super the best. No, but there were parts that he was just like not nice at all to Annika. That's the part that like killed me. I don't know what part it was that like turned me off from that.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Killian literally assaulted Glendon. Awkward as fuck.
Awkward.
Literally.
Anyways, so let's get into the book. So in this book, so Annika is a mafia princess, and of course in the Bratva, they always marry them off, like for the good of the Bratva, basically. And she knew that. I guess she was having a conversation with her mom, and her mom was like, if you fall in love, of course I'm not going to make you marry somebody else. So she's like,
Say less.
fake boyfriend time.
Yeah.
Let's go. I love that she was not the one to bring it up to Creighton, that the friends did, and he was pissed. I love that. And
he's like, why not me?
Literally. And the fact that he told her, do not do this, and she's still in front of him said, Bran, please be my fake boyfriend. Oh, that part, and that was like the tension that I needed in this book. It was freaking awesome. Before we continue into the actual book, because I will say I knew how this book was going to go, obviously, because we got like the sneak peek, I think, from the first one. Like, I knew it was going to be Creighton and Annika.
Yeah.
Right? So I knew it wasn't going to be an arranged marriage, but I hope I get an arranged marriage in the series.
Yeah.
I think that actually might be one of my favorite tropes, an arranged marriage. Yeah. Because I've read them so much in the mafia scene, and they're always so good.
What are our different tropes going to be for these? Are they all going to be kind of similar? I'm assuming they are, but
they're all for sure obsessive possessive, because we get that from their parents too. The parents are all obsessive possessive over their wives too. The dads are jealous of the sons.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Anyways, so there's like two things that happen in this book. One of them being Creighton, his childhood, he was adopted because his biological dad was killed, and then his mom killed herself and almost killed him.
Tried to take him with her.
Yeah. So then he got adopted by the King family. Part of the book is him trying to figure out his past and like who his parents are. He ends up finding out that his dad was killed by the dad of Annika.
So insane.
What a great twist.
That was crazy.
Okay, during that part, it made me real nervous. I'm like, are Annika and Creighton like siblings? Because
my God.
like we didn't know yet how they knew each other, like what the past was. I'm like, was Creighton's like biological parents them? Thank God it wasn't that.
Yeah, no.
That would have been bad.
Yeah, that would have been crazy.
But no, so it ends up being that Annika's dad killed Creighton's dad. And so at one point, Creighton is like going to kill Jeremy, and Annika shoots him. She's like, don't make me choose. And he's like, you got it. And then she shot him.
Pause. Nikolai stabbing himself in the freaking neck. I was like,
psycho.
That guy's a true psycho. He has to come up in one of these next books, obviously.
I have a theory about him.
Okay. You have a theory. But I'm like, what the fuck? I remember reading that and I was like, Nikolai, you are actually batshit crazy.
No, literally batshit crazy. He's like, Jerry, they're not going to use me to get to you.
Literally. No. And then Creighton's brother Eli was like, you're not making my brother a murderer. And trying to save him. I was like, this is so funny.
There's like so many things going on.
So many things. So yeah. So then she freaking shoots him.
Yeah.
Because he stabbed Jeremy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I was like a little bit not put off, but obviously she shot him. But when he went to his parents and he was like kind of complaining because he loved her, and they were like, but she chose her brother, her family over you. And I was like, bro, I kind of was annoyed at that.
Really?
Because I'm like, what are you going to do at that point? Not save your brother?
No, I get it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
I feel like they kind of pushed him into this dark place.
Really?
A little more. Mm-hmm.
No, I felt like they were like, yeah, I mean, give her one more chance. Go after her. They literally told him.
The dad did that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess that's true.
So after this part, the dad's like, go get her back. So he gets her back, he kidnaps her, and he takes her to this really secluded island where obviously after a while, the dad ends up finding them and he's pointing a gun at Creighton and he's about to kill him. And Annika grabs a gun and then she points it at herself. And I love that part.
Me too.
I thought she was going to point it at the dad or something.
Me too. And I was like, how are you going to ruin your relationship with your dad? Like, I was like, no, what are we going to do at this point? No. I was like, we need to find something out, like, to not make it them, you know? And I was so happy she chose herself, which
she chose
sucks,
herself. But... No, but it totally sucks. But like they both,
it totally sucks.
But they both love her so much that they're like, all right, we're willing to move past it. So then she's like, Dad, tell me that you're gonna leave him the fuck alone. And he's like, okay, fine, don't worry about it, like whatever. And then he's like, put the gun down. She's like, no, Creighton. And I really like that. Like she's like, it doesn't even matter if I'm okay with my dad. Like I need to be okay with Creighton. And he's like, no, don't worry. You know, like. It's okay. I love you. He was so scared. I love that part. It was such a good part.
That was really good. I love that they found them. Like, that's another thing about this mafia stuff that I freaking love because they always got money to do whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah.
And they have the resources, the manpower, all of it to do everything. So once they showed up, I was like, I knew this was going to happen. He's like, nobody can find me here. Shut the fuck up. You're a king, not in the mafia. You don't know anything, my guy Creighton. Like, the brat pub will always be there. And they freaking found him. I was like, oh, I love this so much. I love this. I was in my zone when that happened. And I think it was funny when they all got there and Creighton was like, wait here. And she's like, I want to go see what's happening.
Yeah, she's like, I'm going to go with you.
Like, what are you talking about? But I think it was cool how she was like, she was so expressive with her clothes, how she felt so sad. And she would just wear black nude lipstick. I thought that was so like, she was so in tune with herself in that way.
Well, and also right before the scene where the dad got there, that she was on the cliff too. And Creighton's like, what are you doing?
Yep.
And he's like, she's been like this sad version of herself, like how you're saying, like wearing clothes.
He was finally like seeing that like he's fucking up at this point. Like the whole kidnapping thing, like I love what he tried to do, but you knew it wasn't gonna work. And I like that Annika didn't give in. Like she tried it out. She was happy for a little bit to see if she could change his mind also. But obviously she's like, I can't, like my family's my family at the end of the day. And I think that's really big on the mafia stuff. Also, family's family. I was kind of happy that she like kind of stuck to her guns. She did grow in a way and for that. So that was nice.
Touching on the audio, I listened to the audio version of like these few chapters like after that scene. And one of them was Adrian, which is her dad. And he had this Russian accent.
Yep.
And it was so funny. And like he hated Creighton.
Yep.
And Creighton went and like he like stole the mom's heart, Annika's heart. And it was so funny. He's like, that little motherfucker. That little shit.
I'm like Groom.
But it was so funny. And he just like hated him so much. I loved Adrian's chapter. It made me laugh.
Yeah, and I love how they both like simultaneously decided to hate Jan.
They bonded over hating Jan. They were so jealous of him.
He comes up a lot in the parents' book.
Yeah?
Yeah. So I remembered that.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I also thought it was a great scene when Creighton saved them from the fire. He saved Annika and Jeremy. Which, tell me your thoughts. I was really confused as to why Jeremy just stayed in the room. Like, I know he was locked in, but I'm like...
He was trapped. He wasn't locked in.
Oh, he was trapped.
He was trapped under a table.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah, got you.
Because I'm like, why is he, like, not sounding more urgent? Yeah.
That was crazy. So there was this one part of the book also that I didn't catch, and I tried to even, like, find it, where she was mad at him. And she was like, yeah, because I asked you what you were doing tomorrow, and tomorrow's my birthday. What? Like, there was no part of that.
No.
Right? When the fuck did she ask him what he was doing because it's her birthday?
No. They didn't mention it.
No, right?
No.
I swear to God, I was like, did I miss a chapter? I was so confused because I was like, where did they talk about this?
No. She just like mentioned it after the fact because she was at the bar with the guys and whatever. And he's like, why the fuck didn't you invite me? And she's like, well, it was because I was being petty and I was mad because you
forgot my birthday that we didn't mention.
No, but then he totally remembered.
Yeah, he totally remembered.
And he was like, I have plans because I have plans with you, idiot.
Gosh, she was so stupid. But she was like 18.
Yeah, she's like, I know, I sounded immature. I told you already.
Yeah. That was exactly her.
Yeah.
I have here, I'm still confused on if I should like Eli or not.
Oof, I don't know.
Like, he really goes one way or the other.
No, but I think this is where you're getting, like, backtracked. There has to be a book about Eli, so we're going to like him at some point.
Yeah, right.
So we can't hate him
It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, don't hate him.
I will say, I think it was weird the entire time how he's, like, just trying to touch his chin.
Literally, I was like, what? He's like with his fingers under my chin. I was like, what are you doing? Why do we keep doing this?
Why are you doing that? The entire time he was like, and he would squeeze my face. I was like,
no, I was getting like this.
Yeah, same. Because it was like this at first, like rubbing under the chin. And then the end was like, squeeze his cheeks. He's like a baby. And the dad was like, he's not a baby anymore. What the fuck is up with Eli? Who are you?
Well, he's supposed to be. Okay, so Glendon was saying in book 1, Killian, Eli, and Landon are the psychopaths.
Yeah. So
they are all the psychopaths.
Now that we went over all of that, what are we thinking for the next books?
Do you have any predictions?
Yeah, I actually have 2. Well, I have one that is like, what's up with Nikolai and Bran?
I'm into it. I definitely think that's going to be a book. So we've gotten a few things about Nikolai and Bran. First of all, in the book 1, they were playing like Truth or Dare or Two Truths and a Lie, some shit like that. I don't know. Never have I ever. I don't know. One of those fucking drinking games. And Nikolai says, "Never have I ever been with somebody of the opposite sex," or something like that. And
Nikolai drank, of course, because he's been with everybody.
Yeah. And so, but I'm pretty sure he wanted to know Bran's reaction. Don't you think? And then he kept calling him Lotus Flower. I'm like, why do we have such we have a nickname for him?
Yeah.
And then in book 2, when they kidnap Nikolai and Bran goes to kind of like get him to wake up, and we get Creighton's POV, and he's like, oh, I think he's going to let him go. And then he just caresses his head or like his hair or something. I'm like, oh my gosh, no, we're definitely going to get Nikolai and
Very
Bran.
interesting. Very, very like, where are we going with this? Also, Nikolai's always sleeping on the floor. I thought that was a funny little tidbit of
And
this
he's
book.
always shirtless. No, I definitely think we're going to get a book about them. And I'm not mad about it.
Nope. I think they definitely are. Rina is definitely hyping it up.
I'm excited.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'm interested because like Bran seems like this, literally like a flower. Everybody keeps explaining him like that.
Yeah, like he's like super chill, super like vulnerable, chill,
Yeah,
like, quiet.
Because they're the complete opposite. He is the one who doesn't want any conflict, who wants everything done the right way. Call the police, no. And Nikolai literally stabbed himself in the throat.
I love it. I'm here for it.
That's crazy.
I'm here for this couple.
So we have Ava and Eli.
That has to be a book too.
Yeah, that has to be book. Bran and Nikolai. So in one of the books, Cecily had a few interactions also with Landon, but I think Landon is too, I don't know, like gross. I don't know why I feel like he's gross as a person.
Psycho.
Yeah. So I definitely think Cecily and Jeremy is going to be a couple.
Okay, I agree with that, because also when Annika was at the fight club and Jeremy finds her, Cecily's like, oh, I'm going to give him a piece of my mind. She like basically goes to Annika's rescue and like talks shit to him.
Yeah.
So I think it's definitely going to be Cecily and Jeremy. I also think.
Okay, yeah, because there's something else brewing in there. Like she was about to tell Annika that she did something. What was it?
No, I don't know.
And Creighton's like, don't get in their business. Which I love Creighton for that.
It's like but no, I want to know.
Same.
Give me the deets.
And she's been nervous for a long time.
Yeah, she's been off.
So I don't think it's her helping Creighton kidnap Annika. I don't think it's that. Because she's been like iffy and weird for like a couple chapters even before that. Even before Creighton got shot. I think Cecily helped Landon do something and Jeremy caught on. I don't know why, but I think that's it. Because there was a part that I remember Cecily talked to Landon at some point.
Well, no, weren't they like all hanging out? And it was like Creighton's POV, they're all hanging out and Landon's there and they're like, why the fuck are you here? Like, you hate us. And he's like, no, I have a friend, Cecily. And Creighton said something like, I've already told her, I've already warned her about him.
Yes. Okay, so this is probably what I'm talking about. So I think she did something for Landon because Landon is manipulative as fuck.
Okay, well, here's my thing.
Shit.
This was barely mentioned in book 1, but Landon had like this little scuffle with Mia, aka Nikolai's sister.
You're right.
And I'm like, I kind of like this. Kind of like this. I mean, I obviously didn't like it because he made fun of her, and I was like, so fucked up.
The
mute thing. But I'm like, why do we mention her? Is she gonna come back?
That is random as fuck.
So we think Nikolai and Bran. We think Ava and Eli. We think Cecily and Landon or Jeremy. or Landon and Mia, right? But then we have Remy, we have Gareth, and we have, who the fuck is White Mask?
White Mask, yes!
So I'm like, is it Remy? Because he's the only one, unless they introduce a new character, but he's the only one that we like that has no ties to anybody.
He's not a king. He's not in the mafia.
The only thing we know about White Mask is that he's insane. He doesn't live in the mansion with them, and he's leaner, they said.
Interesting.
I feel like that would be a good plot twist.
Yeah, if it was Remy.
Right. Because who else are they going to make it? Unless she, like...
Unless she introduces somebody, like you said.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I feel like that would be fun.
Yeah, that would be fun.
That would make me like Remy a little bit more. But then it's like Remy, he's part of the King's U. Is he a double agent? What do we think? I don't know.
I mean, we got a lot of options and only 4 books left.
Yeah. We have way too many characters for only 4 books left.
We'll see. As we go, we'll see, and we'll keep our predictions going. All right, so shall we get into our Goodreads?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Oh my gosh, it's gonna be so fun. So this is for Goodreads for book 1, God of Malice, 1 star. Can we please stop labeling blatant SA as dark romance? Reading this book was a dehumanizing experience.
Yeah, I mean, that beginning was crazy.
So it's funny, from that going to this is a 5 star, and it says, listen, don't judge me, please.
Love.
Literally. Another 5 star. Hear me out. This is 4 stars and says, to the ones whose type is an unapologetic villain.
Mm-hmm.
You, apparently.
Yum.
This is another 4 stars. At least I have something new to discuss with my therapist this week. I'm telling you, these are kind of crazy.
Yeah, they
Book
are.
1 is like, it really is a hard launch into this like universe.
Hard launch, man.
Yeah. Okay, so this is for God of Pain, the second book. This is a 5 star, and it says, I'm inhaling these books like they are my last meal on earth. What sort of crack did you put in this series, Rina Kent? If you're looking for a strictly smutty, dark good time and some morally black, possessive, and psychotic men, these are the books for you. Creighton surprised me. It's always the quiet ones. Killian and God of Malice still remain on top, but this book had my jaw on the floor. To say I didn't see these certain moments happening is an understatement. Interesting.
Book Talk and Bookstagram or whatever, Killian Carson is a lot of people's like dark romance boyfriend, a number 1, number 2. Like he's up there in their ranks.
That's interesting.
Yeah, same.
This is a 3 star. Well, he's certainly a god in Ani's eyes. Cray and Ani served the grumpy sunshine. He doesn't talk and she doesn't shut up. So flipping good.
That's cute.
Their story did not go where I thought it was going to go at all, which I loved because I hate when I predict the story and the twists and whatnot. Speaking of the twist, holy shit, the aftermath was fucking insane. I did not see that coming whatsoever. Like the ups and downs, lefts and rights, had my jaw dropping every freaking chapter. It was not a conventional plot at all, and I ate it up.
Agree.
I agree with that. I thought the plot twist in the action in book 2 was really good.
Really, really good. I agree.
It's like you were saying. It was giving like the fantasy aspect of like things were happening and it was not just romance at all.
Exactly. Love that. I think it's so cool.
Oh, I also hated when they called him Cray Cray. You see, that's what I'm saying. Like the humor in this, like, was that meant to be funny? Because it was stupid.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't like
Cray Cray.
Cray Cray.
See, but that's how I talked. Whenever like Remington was talking, I was like, you know, like that's just he was fucking around. But you know, is that his personality?
I think it's literally his personality, but okay. So it says his dirty talk was pretty good, though. That's funny. You didn't like his dirty talk.
No, see, no. Okay, pause.
You didn't like his accent?
What
did
no,
you not like?
no. Okay, pause. I liked his dirty talk. It was just like, it was when he was talking to her as a person. Like, we're having a regular conversation. I go, shut the fuck up, Pili. Like, I was like, okay, Carton. Like you know, like you, I get the grumpy sunshine, but you were being a dick to her in a regular conversation. She was like literally talking about her feelings or something. She was like, he was just like, shut the fuck up. I was did not love that.
He wasn't.
Yeah, I would have to find it.
When he was saying shut the fuck up, it was like for parts where she was like instigating him.
I don't know. Maybe.
I don't know, but I liked it. I liked it.
I know. Other than that, like specific part, I loved his dirty talk. He was really good.
Yeah. I feel like the shut the fuck up played into like the submissive dominant of them.
Yes.
Because she was just like, and she was like, I kind of want to say something, but I'm not going to.
Yeah. But he had really good dirty talk.
This is a 2 star and it says, I love men who mastered the art of shutting the fuck up. That was great.
And very like, don't get in nobody's business.
Yep. This is 4 stars. Creighton King, I am at your service. Rina Kent really stepped up with the second installment of the series, and no one could be happier than me. The previous book was such a disappointment, and when it revealed that this was about Cray and Ani's book, I needed it to be better, and it was. Interesting.
The action plot, way better.
Yeah, that's true. This is 4 stars. This is Creighton speaking. It says, I love you, Annika. I love you to the point I see darkness without you and light when I'm with you. You're my sanctuary, the person who makes me whole. That is so cute. I'm telling you, that last scene, I'm like, Creighton, you're on top. Sorry. That, like,
I was very hearted.
It pushed him to the top. Super cute. It says, safe to say I'm in my morally gray men obsessed era. I'm addicted to whatever form of crack is in these books. It's a joke. All right, this is 5 stars. I am loving this series. OMG. Crane is just so misunderstood. My heart broke for him. I get it. He's a little loony, but man, this one broke my heart. A few of my friends told me that they teared up in this one, and I can confirm I teared up. Just so emotional. Rina Kent knows what she's doing with this dark romance shit. Let me tell you. Favorite quotes. I love you to the point I see darkness without you and light when I'm only with you. Another quote. You don't complete me. You're a part of me. Oh, that was so cute. And
So
then
cute.
another part. but you don't dance. I do with you.
I know. And then at the end where she was like, but you don't like to go in the rain, but you do with me.
Oh,
So cute.
way to go.
Yeah. They got real cute towards the end.
They were really cute.
Because he wasn't super psychotic. So like he was like actually able to like really reel her in and love her at the end.
That's what like also kind of like bumped him up a little bit because I remember in book 1, Glendon's like, you're never going to love me. Like, are you just going to fake it? And he's like, I'm not going to love you. Sorry. But he's like, but I'll always choose you. I'll always protect you. That was cute, but he doesn't have any emotions.
Yep. I feel that. But
yeah.
Good books.
So that was books 1 and 2 of Legacy of Gods.
Excited for the rest. Interested to see who's who and what's what.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
All right.
Yep.
All right. So we're wrapping it up for this week, right?
Yep.
All right. Read responsibly.
Or don't.